Welcome to the Tuesday, February 17th, 2015 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter. Trustee Fuller. Trustee Reichert. Trustee Gett.
Present.
Trustee Cumming.
Present.
Thank you very much. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for the February 3rd meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes as submitted?
I move to approve.
Have a motion from Trustee Gett,
Second.
second from Trustee Cumming. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes for the February 3rd meeting as submitted, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it, and the board has approved the minutes as submitted. Next order of business tonight is correspondence, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I just have one item this evening. It is a thank you card, and it reads as follows. Dear Village Board members, on behalf of the Peoria Heights Grade School and its students, thank you for your sponsorship to our junior basketball program this year. Your support ensures that our students get an opportunity that they otherwise may not have. Thanks. David Marfell and Jennifer Reichert.
All right, thank you very much. No announcements tonight that I can think of, so we will go to trustee reports, and first will be Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing.
Okay, thank you. We will go to Administration Personnel with Trustee Reichert.
I have nothing this evening, thank
Thank
you.
you. Trustee Carter had to be pulled away to the schools for senior night, so hopefully she'll be back before the end of the meeting. Mr. Administrator, anything on the Economic Development Village Improvements front?
Nothing that I'm aware of, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Move now to the Police Department with Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to announce that our next Neighborhood Watch meeting, next Monday night, right up here at Village Hall, 6:30 p.m. If you have any code enforcement or police issues in your neighborhood, please come up and share those with us so we can look into them for you. And I'd also like to announce, in case anyone is wondering, typically February is the month that the Peoria Heights Benevolent hosts their annual chili supper fundraiser at the grade school. That has been pushed back this year. We have no information, firm information on a date and time, but as soon as we get that, we'll pass that along. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Cumming? Thanks again. We'll go to Building Maintenance with Trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report at this time.
Thank
Unless
you.
Administrator Fick wants to drag it out.
No, thank you.
Nope.
All right,
We're
well,
good.
thank you. Trustee Fuller could not be here tonight. Mr. Administrator, anything on the Fire Department front?
Nothing this evening, sir.
All right, thank you. Comments from the audience? If anybody in the audience has a care, concern, question? Roberta? No? Okay. Well, we do thank everyone for attending. No old business tonight. We will move to new business, and first will be a motion to approve a community development assistance program, and that will be presented by Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. This Community Development Assistance Program, CDAP for short, administration agreement, hereafter agreement, is entered into by and between the Village of Peoria Heights, Illinois, and the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. So this is a grant that we received that we need to enter into the agreement with, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We received the CDAP grant with the assistance of the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. So they helped us write it and apply for it, and we received it. Now they're asking us to enter into an agreement to do the administration of it, which I would highly recommend because there's a number of items that they will take care of that we can't or won't or haven't done
This has to do with our
before.
water
Yeah.
mains and stuff, right?
Helping us implement that, yep.
So I make a motion that we approve this agreement with the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council.
Okay, we have a motion from Trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from Trustee Gett. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the agreement between Village of Peoria Heights and the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council on the CDAP grant as outlined by trustee Reichert and Administrator Fick. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 4-0, the board has approved the agreement as outlined. Next order of new business tonight is a approval to request to seek engineering services for the CDAP grant, and that will be presented by trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. So along with the CDAP grant, we are required to have engineering services fill out a qualification, their qualifications on this sheet. So we need to approve, I make a motion to approve this qualification request to seek engineering services for the CDAP grant.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from trustee Gett. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
This is what Bob was talking about, right? Bob Ross, before he left, that covers like 3 blocks down there on Atlantic.
You're right, I'm not sure the scope, but I know it's on Atlantic.
It's the same area we've had about 8 water main breaks in the last 4 years. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
I definitely
that
second.
area, yeah.
That's the one.
Right in
And
front of my
isn't
house.
this the one where we came up a few points short last time of qualifying for it? But we figured out where we kind of went wrong in that process.
Yes and no, we were like one survey short, and I think they disqualified somebody, which moved us up in the queue, so we actually didn't have to reapply and wait. Our original application was approved, it just took a little time to get to that point.
All right, any other questions at all from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the qualification request to seek engineering services for the CDAP grant as outlined by trustee Reichert. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 4-0, the board has approved the qualification request as outlined. Next order of business tonight, new business is Resolution 2015-01. Has to do with the Village of Peoria Heights proposed TIF District 1 redevelopment project inducement resolution. Trustee Carter is not here, obviously. Mr. Administrator, would you do us a favor of giving us a background?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The inducement resolution between the village and Jeff Hubner, and doing business as Trefsker's Bakery, allows them to start incurring or tracking costs that can be reimbursed through the TIF after the TIF has been set up. So we know the TIF won't be set up for 3 or 4 months, but they're in the process of incurring some engineering and other professional fees, and they want to be able to document those and get reimbursed at a different time. So this is not a development agreement. That'll come at a later date. This just kind of gets the ball rolling for them so they can start tracking costs.
All right. Need a motion for approval, please?
I so move.
That's a shock. Motion from trustee Gett, and if trustee Gett could second it, he would.
I'll do it. I'll third it.
We need a second, please.
Second.
We'll have a second from trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of Resolution 2015-01 regarding the redevelopment project inducement resolution as outlined by Administrator Fick. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 4-0, board has approved Resolution 2015-01 for Trefsker's Bakery and the Hebner family. Thank you very much. Next, we have the motion to approve an addendum to, regarding the lease of the Centennial Building between the village and the Peoria Heights Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The lease with the chamber, had it been executed, would expire April 2015. We approved it, we sent it over to the chamber. That's when Adam was on kind of his transitional period, so it never got executed. This is kind of cleaning it up. We've got the existing lease, And we've got an addendum which basically extends it and exempts out the mezzanine, which is occupied now by our Public Works Director. So this pushes it back to, or pushes it out to 2020 now that they've got a lease, and it will be, we'll make sure it gets executed and returned for our records.
All right. Need a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
Motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Gett. Are there any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the addendum to the lease agreement between the Village of Peoria Heights and the Peoria Heights Chamber of Commerce, as outlined by Administrator Fick. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 4-0, the board has approved the addendum to the lease as outlined by Administrator Fick. Our next order of new business tonight is a motion to approve bituminous material quotes for 2015, which will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I'm going to make a motion that we approve both bituminous quotes. It's always important to have two different places to get blacktop from. I always say this every year, but I'll say it again. That way, sometimes a batch plant will be running a base rock, which is a larger rock in the blacktop, and sometimes a different plant will be running a finish coat. And sometimes you need one or the other. So, or sometimes a plant is down, and instead of us having to jump through hoops, we just typically approve two different plants for our bituminous materials. And we have two quotes, one from River City Supply for $70 a ton, and one from Tazewell County Asphalt for $73 a ton. And this is the same price that they had given us last year. So I make a motion, we approve the 2015 Peoria Heights Day Labor MFT funds for River City and Tazewell County.
We have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? All right, well, again, this is for board approval of the 2015 day labor MFT funds for the bituminous rock, as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 4-0, the board has approved the bituminous material quotes for 2015 as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of business tonight is a treasurer's report, which will be read by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
All right, this is the report submitted by our village treasurer, Cliff Brumbaugh, and it represents the month of January 2015. The general fund account is $603,220.66. Motor fuel is $206,273.02. Police drug savings is $554.44. Tax increment finance is $45,363.38. And the healthcare flex account is $11,584.35, for a grand total in the village accounts of $866,995.85. The waterworks is $591,302.40. Infrastructure maintenance fee is $57,481.83. And the service deposit account is $86,186.38, for a grand total in the waterworks accounts, $734,970.61.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments regarding the treasurer's report? All right, then we will accept it as read. Next up, we will be asking the board to retire into executive session regarding personnel. We will adjourn for that. We will come back after that, but it will be for only adjourning the full meeting. And before we do this, the next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, February 24th at 6:30 PM. Next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, March 3rd at 6:30 PM. At this time, I need a motion for the board to retire into executive session regarding personnel.
So moved.
Motion from trustee Gett,
Second.
second from trustee Cumming. All those in favor of going into executive session at this time regarding personnel, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you, the ayes have it. Board will now go into executive session. We thank everyone for attending.